Hi, I'm Steve Watson, the Maricopa County School Superintendent, and thank you for joining me for the culmination of AZ Bioscience Week. Today we will hear from students who took on the Medical Patent Challenge, and our distinguished panel members, Dr. Jeffrey Jensen from Midwestern University College of Podiatric Medicine, and Carolina Marquez from Arizona State University's Entrepreneurship and Innovation Institute, and Yanni Deros from Cirque and Adam will answer students' questions pertaining to the challenge. Let's check out these new medical innovations.
So we're going to be joined today by three amazing professionals who are on the Zoom chat with me. And I'm going to ask them to take a minute to introduce themselves, just a quick minute. Who are you? Where do you work? And what's something that you're interested in? What's something that you're excited to do when you're not at work? Ms. Marquez.
Yes, hi, welcome everybody. Excited to be here. Actually, my background started in journalism. So I was very interested in being a storyteller and really just wanted to make documentaries, take photos, tell photo stories. But I kind of discovered virtual reality while I was in college and got really involved in creating virtual reality stories, kind of storytelling through that medium, and then discovering all the other use cases for that. So a lot of that was medical training, job training, and started a virtual reality production company with my friends, and then continued working in the startup space for a little bit after that before I joined ASU to work on their Verizon Innovative Learning Program. So we're providing emerging technology access to students all around the country, actually middle school students like yourself. So giving them access to virtual reality headsets, 3D printers that they can use in the classroom and just help them advance their learning and discover all the different opportunities for the job markets out there. So I love to advance myself in virtual reality and keep learning there. So I definitely do a lot of continuous training and learning because it's an emerging field. So that's something I definitely try to do a lot in my free time. But while I also try to learn a lot and stay connected, I also have to find time to disconnect. So if I can give any advice, I would say find something offline that you do. The thing offline that I like to do is gardening, which I'm very excited to do this week because that will just include setting up my Halloween decorations. So yeah, definitely encourage you while you have a lot of time working in technology, definitely find a way to disconnect and ground yourself with the rest of the world.
Very good. Well, I am super excited that all of you are here. Each of you are going to be taking a group of students to kind of listen to their ideas. So to just kind of give everyone a quick catch up here, we've been working on last month's STEM challenge, which was we wanted you to think like a bioscience professional and create a solution for a student or an athlete who's either dehydrated, rehabilitating an injury, or preventing an injury. And I know some of you guys took this to a completely different place, and that is amazing. We're super excited that you didn't limit yourself to these parameters, and you kind of grew beyond that with your own interests, because that's what this is about. It's about finding your own passions and your own interests and looking to design and find solutions to those challenges and problems that exist. So we're going to learn a little bit more about that. So we have students from, from all over Arizona that took on this challenge. We had just, I think, 18 schools that were going through there, and we're going to be listening to stories from 7 of those schools who are going to share where they're at in their journey and some of the ideas that they came up with. So all of you determined a scene or a scenario where you first pictured that you wanted to focus on, and they're all a little bit different. Some of you are in middle school, some of you are in elementary school, and some of you are in the high school level. And so you all looked at different things that you had interest in. From there, you identified some of the problems or the challenges that existed and started looking through and working through that design thinking process to come up with a solution. So those solutions are all over the place. And some of them are just in the idea phase. You're still just brainstorming and you haven't quite fleshed it out as far as what you want to do, what you want to create, and what your unique solution is that's going to help in this scenario. Some of you are looking at current solutions that exist and how would those fit to be able to identify a solution to be able to help students with those needs and stuff like that, which is absolutely great. And it's an amazing part of this process. But some of you are at that final stage of creating and testing that unique product. We're going to be here to support you on any level, whether you're just at the drawing phase and you're making some sketches, whether you're thinking about some 3D modeling or some 2D modeling, we're excited to learn more about that.
We have a problem. Kids every day are getting dehydrated at recess or just other activities. And we need to invent something that will help them to drink more water or stay hydrated. Well, my group thought that you could have bracelets that have colored TNT nail polish on them, so to tell you when it's hot and you should go drink water. Or you can have a Band-Aid that does the same thing. Our first prototype was that we made a wristband and put the temperature thing on it, but then we realized that you put on your forehead, it has a better temperature, like a better accurate temperature. So we made a headband, but the paper, it kind of digs into your head. So I think we're gonna try to put, we're gonna use stretchy fabric.
Well, to test it, we used the blow dryer to see if the stickers would change color and if the stickers would work through the plastic. And for iteration, we started with paper and we went up to cloth and we tested that the same way.
Which one's working better?
The cloth, because it's more comfortable than having paper on your head.
Okay. How about the temperature readings? Are they the same for both paper and cloth?
The temperature ratings are the same, yeah.
Okay, but for comfort and wear, cloth is better.
Yeah.
So we tried to change the temperature on the thermometer. We tried to run an exercise to see if it would sort of blood would get flowing. We tried to see if that would work. We did handstands and we used the blow dryer to see if it would change. So it worked.
So which one do you think would work better in terms of technology device to prevent dehydration and heat exhaustion?
I think this one would, because I think it gives a more accurate temperature. It says if you're low or high. Well, we were thinking about making a watch, but then it was lots of money and we didn't really have that much money to do it or time, so then we'd have to program it and everything else. And so then we started thinking wristband or just a little patch on your skin. But the little patch didn't work out as well as we thought. And the wristband didn't work out as well because we've got these stickers, but they actually work better on your forehead. So now we're working on these headbands for like athletes, those kind of athletic headbands that we have little stickers on to tell your temperature. And they can basically tell you if you need water or not. They change colors. So, like, pink is your really high, purple is your normal, and blue is your... You could have a friend nearby you, or it doesn't change, like, right away, so you could just take it off and take a look really quick.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was a great video. And yeah, I really love that they just went through kind of all the different phases of, maybe we'll do a watch, maybe we'll do this with paper.
I know we ran a little bit longer, and at the same time, I'm sure we could have spent another hour having some of those conversations because those were absolutely fascinating. I want to give an opportunity to have all of our professionals give a final thought. And I'm going to start with Mr. Duros because I know he's sitting at a conference right now and he probably has to run right now. So Mr. Roderos, would you like to leave us with a final thought of things that you took away from that?
Yeah, like I said, the quality of the work exceeded my expectations. I think the students are on great tracks. They learn to define the problem, identify the solution, show prototypes, visuals on how to share the vision of the idea. Some have gotten funding. Mind blown, right? So, it's exciting time to see these future disruptors, and I would love to stay in touch and see if we can advise and provide more. Bravo to you all. Congratulations to the teachers and all the students that participated. Very impressed. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Marquez.
Yeah, I am absolutely impressed with all the students who definitely put a lot of thought into their products, and I think went through, as Giannis mentioned, all the different ideation phases. And I want to point out, did a great job with, I think, empathizing with what the problem was and really identifying that part of it. I heard a lot of good insight into, well, I have experience with this, or I have seen other people have experience with this, and I talk to them about it. So that's a great way to identify the problem, and then also good things to keep in mind as you go through that prototyping phase. You're keeping those things in mind, because when you go through the prototyping phase, you realize, oh, well, this wouldn't work for that group of people that I wanted to make this work for. So great job, everybody.
Wonderful. Dr. Jensen.
I was also likewise was very impressed, and I'd like to leave you with the thought that if you can dream it, you can make it happen. You are all so fortunate, and I shared this in our small group, that you're in an environment where you're enabled to think outside of the box, and you're able to develop solutions to problems that not only deal with athletes with dehydration, but could deal with multiple different people, even geriatric populations or people that are sick in the hospital that are constantly fighting dehydration. So the concept of ideas and solutions will be with you for the rest of your life. And if you come up with good ideas, remember to go to the United States Patent and Trademark Office page so that you can literally put your idea in and see what's out there in the world. And it wouldn't surprise me if some of you have dozens of patents before you're 40 years old, if you continue with this mindset and the ideas that you can make a difference, because you really can make a difference. And I echo the previous folks that say it far exceeded my expectations. You all did just a phenomenal job. And if you ever have any questions or anything that I could help you with, I would always be willing to help you vet any ideas, or if you need any other help with inventions, let me know. Thank you again for letting me be part of it.
I want to thank all of you for taking on this opportunity and for embracing this mindset, because it's challenging to create something that's new and to create something that doesn't exist. And the more what we want out of people in the world is to be able to look at problems as an opportunity, and to look at challenges as not a negative thing, but as an opportunity to make an impact, an opportunity to make a difference. So the skills that you're practicing and you're reinforcing right now are the ones that we want for every student that's graduating from schools and coming out into our communities. So thank you so much for taking on this opportunity. Please stay in touch. Please keep us updated on your progress, what you guys are doing with your solutions, because we'd love to hear more about it. And I know all of our professionals want to hear more as you're kind of going through that iteration. So thank you so much for joining us today. You guys have a wonderful weekend.